Hello world, my name is Marissa Badgley and I am the founder of Reloveution. And today is a very special day because it is our birthday. 1 year ago, on October 1st, 2019, I embarked on a mission to transform the world of work through the power of compassion and community and humanity. And we've made it a year, and we have had the opportunity to work with so many incredible people and leaders and companies over this year who share this mission of changing the world and creating workplaces that really prioritize the needs of human beings and that center values of heart, humanity, empathy, authenticity, relationships, and trust. Thank you so much for being along this journey with us and for your contributions to our mission. We truly cannot do this without our community, and we know that there is so much more work to do. A year ago, I was in a place where I had come out of a couple of really toxic work environments that didn't nurture me as a human being. And one of the things that I have learned is that I didn't deserve that. And none of you who are watching or none of the people with whom you work deserve that either. We each deserve to be lifted up as a human being with unique strengths and gifts, and yes, flaws and imperfections. And our needs deserve to be met when we are in the place where we're spending the majority of our time. The global pandemic has exacerbated some of the workplace concerns, but we've also seen an arc towards people recognizing that the status quo doesn't work when people are suffering. I wish that people would have recognized that people were suffering before the coronavirus happened. Suffering has become such a normal part of our workplaces that we discount it and say that's just the way it has to be, or we have to pay our dues, or it's always been like that, so it's probably never going to change. At Reloveution, we believe that there is a fundamental alternative to workplaces that prioritize things like scarcity and competition and profit over people. And we are proving it. In the last 12 months, we have worked with over 1,000 Relovutionary leaders from around the world who are bought in and ready to help make this transformation happen. We've delivered over 500 hours of professional development to those 1,000 people. And we know that our impact is even greater because each of those incredible human beings who are doing this work touches the lives of other people and other companies and larger communities. We are all a part of this change. We are all a part of this world that needs to change. We've also been featured in podcasts and in articles and have had the opportunity to tell our story in really powerful ways. And we're looking forward to year 2, during which we hope to double the amount of people that we serve and quadruple our impact. That means potentially moving away from some of the one-off trainings that we've done so much of, especially over the last 6 months, and thinking really intentionally about the bigger projects that we can undertake with companies that are struggling and ready to take this next step in terms of building revolutionary work cultures where their employees are not only surviving but also thriving as their most authentic selves. We need your help in order to accomplish these goals. So think about, who do you know who could benefit from coaching or from being in a part of a cohort of leadership, people who are looking to improve their leadership? What companies do you know that are maybe struggling with workplace culture or employee engagement and are ready to tackle what are the actual root causes of this suffering? What are the root causes of our challenges? Over this year, we have developed some incredible tools that are already helping so many people and institutions in changing the way they do business. And truly, compassion is our competitive advantage. So please connect me with people who you think could use this work. Share our social media pages and follow along at True Reloveution. This morning I woke up and was having lots of feelings about it being 1 year. There's the tiny part of me that wished that we could have done even more. A global pandemic was definitely not a part of our business plan. And yet I am so incredibly proud of the work that I have been able to do and that we have been able to do together. I want to shout out a few people without whom I would not have survived this year. So first, thank you to my naysayers. So about 14 months ago, I started sitting down with people and asking them what their thoughts were on the business plan and on the concept. And there were so many people that were all in who said, yes, Marissa, this is exactly what you need to be doing with your life. This is exactly what the world needs. And then there were a handful of people who said, this will never work. You can't have love in the center of your name. You can't talk about compassion in business. I had to go through the last 30 years of working in a miserable workplace. What makes you think that you can change that? As I interacted with those naysayers, I realized that I needed to launch Reloveution with love in the center of the revolution because of those people, because of the people who don't believe that things like love and compassion don't have a place in the workplace. I had to set out to prove them wrong, and I am proving them wrong. We are all proving them wrong. There is an alternative. I also want to give a huge shout out to my family and friends, especially my mom and my dad and my sister, who have been hugely supportive in so many ways and who have helped me from giving up and pushed and helped me really live into who I have always been and who they knew I always had been. And it's just been so wonderful to be bolstered by them over the last 12 months. So thank you to my family. Thank you to the friends who showed up in big and small ways. Everything from sharing a post on social media to handing over your referrals and recommendations to attending trainings. Those things lift me, they support me. They are the foundation of the movement. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I also want to give a shout out to my leadership coach, without whom Reloveution would definitely not have launched. She helped me combat all of the gremlins in my head, all of the doubt and the imposter syndrome, and said, Marissa, just do it. Simmons, thank you so much. You are a rock star, and I appreciate our time together so much, and I have learned so much from you. A huge shout out to my participants, all of you who have showed up over the last 12 months and before that too. We did a little bit of pre-work. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for making the investment in yourself. Thank you for being a part of this movement. Every time a registration comes through, my heartbeat goes up a little bit because there's one more person who wants to contribute to this transformation of work. And we need all of you. So bring your family and friends, and thank you for continuing to show up. And lastly, I need to thank my partner. And when I said that I needed to quit my job over a year ago without a plan, he didn't blink. He said, what do you need me to do? How can I help? And that has been the mantra for the last year. And Nick, thank you so much for believing in me. Oh, I'm getting emotional. Thank you so much for believing in me, for the hugs on the extra long days, for the encouragement, for the love, for never giving up on my dreams when I was going to. You are my rock, which sounds so incredibly cheesy as I'm saying it, but I couldn't do this without you, and I am so grateful for the love that you give up to me every single day. I couldn't have asked for a better partner in life. So thank you very, very much. To everybody else who has gone through almost a 10-minute video at this point, thank you for your part in making the world a more compassionate and loving place. Truly, compassion is our competitive advantage, and we need each other. We are entering a moment of time, a moment in history that no matter what happens, we are going to be divided. And we need revolutionary change makers to help unify humanity, to help us recognize how we are so much more similar than we are different. That is the heart of the Reloveution. Thank you all so much. Happy birthday to us. Celebrate us with us by signing our birthday card, by buying a commemorative t-shirt, or wishing us a happy birthday on social media. So grateful for all of you and looking forward to year 2 of making magic happen.